Everything the MPP came to meet, they collateralized and stole the money. The MPP administration, the Kufuor's administration, is the only administration in the history of our country that has collateralized statutory funds. And by statutory funds, I mean funds. The definition of statutory funds is that the finance ministry has no option. They need to pay the money as soon as they receive it. So they collateralize your social security, they collateralize ESLA, anything they got, they collateralize it. The MPP is the only administration in the history of this country that introduced capping and realignment. You know what capping and realignment is? When they collect the taxes and it gets to a certain point, they cut it off, and then the rest, they take it, they don't tell you what they've done with it. Then instead, you see the president flying about in an aircraft, and the defense minister will be telling us that he needs to have a shower while in the air. Right? You see the president going to sleep in a £22,000 a night hotel. Mike, you've lived in London for most of your life. The Prince Alexander suite in Claridge's Hotel. Claridge's Hotel is the most expensive hotel in the United Kingdom, maybe one of the most expensive hotels in the world. The president of the country, of this country, at the
is that a topic again?
Hold on.
So I should come and start talking about the things Mahamat has done. When we are talking about GoldBod's losses, you see,
you can talk. Don't interrupt me because you're about to talk.
But
okay. So I'm talking about what you people do with our finances. The president was sleeping in a £22,000 a night room. The Prince Alexander suite with your money. So when it comes to making losses, don't come and sit here and talk about losses that you haven't even calculated right. When the Bank of Ghana gave money to GoldBod for GoldBod to do what they were doing with it, it should be evidently clear to you that it was only for a period. GoldBod is now on its feet. Do you know that at the last count, GoldBod raised over $800 million to buy gold from commercial banks? So what do they need the Bank of Ghana for now? If you have a baby and you give the child baby milk, and at a point in time you win the baby and you start giving the child yam to eat, what have you done wrong? What these people are all about is to destroy everything that we hold dear in this country. These are the same people who went to the United Kingdom and told the Queen that she shouldn't give us independence. These are the same people, Michael Oquaye and these people. If Mike was alive then, he would have been wearing tailcoat and going. His their political ancestors, they went to the United Kingdom. You should deny it. It's the same principle. The principle doesn't change. The MPP do not want the progress of anybody who wants this country to progress will not quibble with the concept of what GoldBod is doing. Indeed, let me challenge you. In the unlikely event that they come to power tomorrow, you will see the fight over who should go and head GoldBod. Of course, as for Mike, they will send him to India. They will send him back to India, so that by the time he comes back, they've shared all the positions. Right? That's what they did to him in 2017. As soon as they won the election, they sent him to India. I said, go to India, go. When they come back when they have finished sharing the positions. And it's one of the reasons why they've called him here. The people who steal the money, they themselves will not come and sit here. Right? They will wake him up and tell him, come and sit here, because he hasn't stolen anything. That's the reason why they do what they do. Okay. The new Patriotic Party, by definition, do not want welfare.
Okay.
What they want is to be in power. And I just want to address something that he said. You see, I don't think anybody has any problem with the minority in parliament holding the government to account. In fact, I think that it is very, very important that that happens. But when the minority leader, my own friend at Afenyo, goes and stands in front of a microphone and threatens the well-being of a CEO of a public institution, that's unfair. Because you are already telling the public right? Somebody, if he as we speak today, he has had to increase his personal security because of the things that they say. That you, when you come, ask for your bail party. I mean, what is that for? Say that you are not happy with what is going on. Say that you are not happy with the concept of GoldBod. Even tell us that when we come to power, we will prescribe GoldBod. Of course, when they come to power, they'll be scrambling over. I mean, if in the truest tradition of the NPP, when they come to power, it will be the president's relative. You know, the cabinet filled with the president's first cousins. If one of his first cousins who will go and man GoldBod so that they can steal. That is what they do.
Right.
For them, it's all about winning power so that they can line their pockets. Then when they finish, those that they will not give some of the money, they wake up in the morning and send them here. So if he won't come, it will be Twum Boafo. If it is not Twum Boafo, it will be Agbedefu. You know what Agbedefu means in a way? Right? Somebody who just likes darkness. Richard Anyagba, they will send him. You see the people who go and come. All of them, when you name all of them are people who didn't get anything in the NPP administration. Okay, Mike, all of them.
Don't bring Mike in. Mike, that's your final take, and we can make it
Just say, I'm shocked. Anyway, let's talk about those who are getting something. Let's talk about those who are getting something under ADC. That is GoldBod. Let's talk about them. Because they are the ones that are on the board now, and we're going to talk about the fact that. Let's talk about those who are getting something.
The one they sent you to.
Let's get those who are. Oh yeah, because they sent you as an ambassador.
Ambassador.
Yeah, ambassador.
Yeah, ambassador.
And then when I came back, I came to your place. So don't worry. So relax. I came there to also get the food and so then relax. Now,
hey Mike.
Going to this issue, in fact, the IMF were so horrified in the 5th report that when they got to the 6th report, this is what they said.
Did you see horror?
They said that what we need in Ghana is to preserve monetary policy credibility, which requires safeguarding the central bank's independence and fully implement the transfer of the domestic gold purchase program. Look, we are not jealous of NDC doing GoldBod. No. Because you see, under previous NDC.
And then you also said something.
And under
you know, remember you also said that GoldBod. So GoldBod is
no. Listen, I'm about to.
This idea was a Japan.
If you listen, I'm going to know. Bawumia never came up with that. Let's go on to
who came up? Tell us.
No, let's go on to this one. Because I'm going to focus on what I want to say. No. So the domestic gold purchase agreement.
Yes.
The domestic gold purchase agreement.
Yes.
When the NDC talked about it in their manifesto, right? You know what they talked about? The NDC said that they are going to do a Ghana GoldBod to regulate and restructure small-scale mining. Finish.
That's what is contained there.
Yes. Then we, the MPP, we said we have a plan to form and to stabilize the city, and we are going to consolidate Ghana's gold purchasing arrangements, expand foreign exchange reserves, because remember at that time we have been using the gold purchasing scheme to be buying the gold.
What do you
then we said we were going to expand it to foreign reserves, and that we are going to anchor the currency and macroeconomic stability. Now, when we said all of this, then they came and stole the idea. You know one thing about copycats? Copycats, have you seen people copy? When you copy a concept, you cannot implement
it. What?
So they rather incorporated our concept and added it to what Dr. Bawumia. Oh, Dr. Bawumia is what we are talking about. But Moro, you have to tell it. That's why I'm giving you the evidence. The evidence is that the evidence. No. You came here and talked all sorts of. But now we are talking about evidence. Yes, 1 minute. Good, thank you very much.
Have you heard of Dr.
He says point me. Thank you.
The swimming teacher.
Thank you. Point me. Now, the audience, they can see what you are trying to do. So yes. Let me also make the point. Let me make my point. No, let me make my point. No, let me make my point. No, it was disingenuous. All the things you told us was disingenuous. It was the idea of one.
Seriously?
You guys were not doing any.
You think Ghanaians are not? You see why
domestic gold purchase program.
This is why you got 38% in the last election.
Wait. My brother, I'm asking Ghanaians now. Domestic gold purchase, who brought it? Program, Baumia. Who brought domestic gold purchase to shore up our reserves? Baumia. Then who brought the other angle? And he said we are going to extend it into foreign currency. No. As for a reading, please. Why won't you let me make the point? Let me make the. Thank you. You know this thing. Yes. I mean, you said the two, but today you will sit on pins and needles. Now, yes, you will sit on pins and needles. You will be feeling the pain. Let me make the point. My point. Kojo. Hey, now you're accusing me directly after insinuation. You see, you see that such a cheap shot, and Moro, you allow him to talk like that. I have to casting aspersions, and I need to take him to court for that. No, let's be serious. Let's talk about 1.7 billion. Yes, just 5 minutes. You see, yes, and this is it. So this was put in a policy. Well, we were going to do. We were saying we wanted to buy a plane. You said we shouldn't. You are now buying 2. So let's keep quiet. Let's not even go there. Because you are now buying 2. And they have. No savings. No savings. There's no savings.
We have made savings.
No savings. Okudeto Blackwa and others said that we should use the plane like that. Somebody even said that even if one engine goes off. Right? You remember? If one engine goes off and the plane even falls and the Kufuor dies, they don't care. You remember that? Yes. So let's not try to deviate. Thank you very much. Oh, he says we should stay on court. Me, I'm happy that at least the audience can see what he's doing.
Why are you talking about?
Which is rabble rousing. I mean, a boy who apparently went to Achimota school, you're supposed to be a gentleman. Yes, but Achimota boys don't behave like this. They don't behave like this. They behave much better. I think maybe you were in Anumle secondary school, not in Achimota, and you're wasting time in that school. Sit down. Oh, yes, but you don't behave as such. Because you see, you can take a man to the school, but you can't take the school from the man. I think the man, he just walked in the school without learning the etiquettes of Achimota schoolboys. Well behaved. I have 2 younger brothers, my 2 immediate after me. They went to Motown. Yeah. Oh, very, very soft boys. We are the Portu boys. He didn't pass Achimota school. I got very high common sense. Everybody knows me. It's like not about that.
Else that I know.
You see, I'm just saying that I know. He should behave himself.
Somebody else that I know. Whose name I won't
just
mention.
sum it up and tell.
All his siblings went
like
to
Achimota.
He didn't go to Achimota.
From Gambaga to Accra, from Riasu to Kita. Yes, please behave like the mother is your school. Behave. So now. Talking about that, you see, people don't want us to talk about the gold ball.
You know,
but we'll talk about the gold ball. Moro, you see, he doesn't want to talk about gold ball. You called us here for gold ball. Ghanaians want to know what the taxpayers' money has used. Hey, you're here sidestepping. Let's. Kojo, Sikano, let me talk. Let me make the point. So I'm saying that by those extensions which have been borrowed, they went and implemented it, and they didn't do it well. And this is what has brought these losses. It's like copying somebody's concept without being able to implement it. So I want them to understand that we are not against GoldBod. We are not against Sami Jefi, because we are the originators of the concept. And by originating of that concept, we want the concept to work. Just that when we put something down and you go and copy it, you must do it well and not go and give us 10%, $1.7 billion loss. And when we want to talk about it, you say, no, bathing in the sky, this and that, and all of that. When you are rather buying 2 planes, and each one too, they also have the toilet and bath there. So if they have the same thing there, are you also not going to bath in the sky? Is that what we should look at? Have you seen an aeroplane where there's no toilet, and even in some cases a shower cubicle, especially when it's private? Have you seen? I have not seen any before. So we shouldn't minor on the, major on the minors. It doesn't help anybody. My issue that I want us to look at is this. We need to be able to conclude this matter to the benefit of Ghanaians. And if we are going to do that, we want there to be certain things that we look at. Because, see, the money begins with Ghanaians. The money is Ghanaians' money. It's taxpayers' money. So what we want to be done is this. First of all, Ghana's gold belongs to Ghana. So we want to make sure that these are named aggregators, where the thing is not open and is being sole sourced, it should be looked at. It's just advice. Because you yourself told us soul sourcing will be a thing of the past. And yet, when you take our free money, you go and give it to sole source people to go and boca 1.7 billion. It's not acceptable, and we have to investigate it. Now, we have to also look at the history of how GoldBod has operated and make sure that this same thing does not occur with the money that has been raised in the open market. Why? Because in the long run, GoldBod is not for somebody's father. If GoldBod goes to incur losses from the open market and from the banks, this time they cannot go and put it in the books of Bank of Ghana. Ghanaians, you understand? They will have to now account for it as a big hole and debt in GoldBod's books that Ghanaians will inherit.
All right.
So this is our advice. We should do the thing well to the benefit and glory of Ghanaians. Right. And I want to take the opportunity to say good morning to Dr. Bawumia. We love your ideas. We think that you're a man who has so many good ideas. I look at this man, he can think of Agenda 111 on his feet. He can think about this gold reserve. He can think about drones that are flying for medical reasons. I think that if such a man were given the opportunity, we know Mills was under Rawlings, he had no power. Bawumia under Akufo-Addo had no power. Maybe if he gets the opportunity to become an Atta Mills, he will do wonders that Ghanaians will be proud of and his president.